Hey guys, this is Keen Jam. In today's video, we're going to talk about both Warzone, DMZ, and Escape from Tarkov. We're going to touch on Streets of Tarkov potential, the end of the year wipe, as well as my thoughts on what BSG could benefit with the downtime of the player base. So without further ado, let's crack right on into it. Please, Pestily, don't copy strike me. I love you. So, with the year coming to an end next month, typically this is about the time we start expecting BSG to wipe the game, with new game mechanics and general new content for people to explore. About 2 weeks ago, Pestily had the opportunity to have an informal interview with Nikita. Link to that video will be in the description down below. I wanted to put together my thoughts on what I think and what BSG should do. This is my honest opinion, and in no way do I know what BSG has planned or whatever data they have or Logical Solution sees. To start with, I think BSG is way smarter than a lot of people in the player base sees. Between the blow up during the quote-unquote Val wipe, some would call, with twit drops, capitalizing on tournaments, rivals, and pure marketing through streamers who love the game. Believe it or not, BSG and Nikita is probably one of the smartest men alive when it comes to this stuff. But don't forget, Tarkov wouldn't be what it is today without the amazing community behind it. So be sure to give yourself a pat on the back on that one. So how does Warzone / DMZ and Escape from Tarkov intertwine? Well, besides everyone trying to compare DMZ to EFT, I'm here to talk about when big AAA titles release, you usually see a drop in player base for a lot of games. This could be DayZ, Rust, Scum, and our favorite, Escape from Tarkov. This usually happens for the first month of a release, but usually everyone finds their way back to what they normally play after the hype dies. But how can BSG benefit from this? So an example I want to use is Dark and Darker, the Dungeon and Dragon medieval Escape from Tarkov type game, or looter shooter extractor. Everyone said, man, what a bad time to release your beta on the same weekend of the COD beta. To which I say that was genius. The usual means of an open beta is it allows the developers to see how their product performs under real world conditions with a large number of users. This feedback is essential for making any final tweaks or changes to the product before it launches. This benefits balancing issues and bug findings massively. So you might be asking, how does Dark and Darker benefit from releasing their beta same weekend as a huge AAA title game? The short answer is player base. The past we have seen server overloads, long queue times, and just pure laggy lobbies from a large quantity of players. Server issues are very prominent in today's gaming universe due to how easy it is to obtain a gaming console / computer. Gaming over the years has become very accessible compared to the past. I remember it took almost 3 to 4 years after the original Xbox 360 came out for me to get one for Christmas. For reference, that was 2008. Feeling old yet? An example of a huge player base overloading a server causing catastrophic failure and huge queue times and lobby lag are games like New World and Overwatch 2. Hell, even Tarkov is a good example of it during wipe time. Given that comparison, let's look back at Dark and Darker. Why is this such a genius move to make their beta the same weekend as COD's beta? COD is historically a big game that everyone looks forward to playing, criticizing, and binging for several weeks to months. So Dark and Darker goes a little under the radar, releasing a beta same weekend as COD's. Now we're looking at a potential lower player count for Dark and Darker, causing less server overload, faster queue times, which equals more games played by players, which in turn will equal more data to make tweaks and changes to the product before it launches. Now, given that information, how does this benefit BSG? 3 letters, DMZ. DMZ is Call of Duty's newest game mode that stirred up all of the Tarkov community. We've heard phrases like Tarkov Killer, Tarkov Copycat, Tarkov Wannabe, the list continues. Granted, the logos didn't help with this at all either. So how does DMZ help BSG? Curiosity. DMZ has been out for over a week now, and it's safe to say Tarkov isn't going anywhere anytime soon. This wasn't so much like a Tarkov game, but more of your pick your own adventure Warzone. Yes, there's a looting aspect and an extraction to get out of the map, but overall gameplay led to it being nothing like it, just hints of it. Now that being said, a lot of the Tarkov community was bound to try this mode out. This isn't even including Warzone 2.0, by the way. Now this is where I want to make it really transparent and understand. I have no real data to back up for the following statements. These are more by eye and experience. At the end of the day, BSG knows the numbers. But with huge curiosity and some streamer influence, we have seen a huge number of players try out and play DMZ and even Warzone 2.0, with major influencers for the game like Pestily and Dr. Lupo. So using the comparison of Dark and Darker and applying it to EFT, I think BSG would benefit by not wiping or dropping any content till February. I know, crazy thought. But as I sit here and type out the script for this video, it just seemed more logical. December is probably going to be a huge hit for Activision because of the holidays, and I think BSG would benefit greatly by focusing on bug clearing, smoothing out content, and saving the wipe for a later date next year. Yes, we're all excited for Streets of Tarkov, but this downtime and lower player count could help BSG clear out bugs, fight against cheaters, and work on balancing. Also, with this downtime, Streets can definitely be looked at more for optimization. Lighthouse wasn't the most optimized map when it released, so pushing back wipe that's supposed to come with Streets could help massively with optimizing the map more for the consumer. The camera isn't on BSG right now, not as hard as it used to be. Let the EFT community ride the COD hype into the new year, and when it dies down, come out with a massive update and wipe. I don't know the roadmap for BSG, and I definitely don't know how much progress they made to get the next wipe ready for the community. But I think DMZ and Warzone is the best thing that could have happened to them and could help ease the pressure that's been on BSG for the longest time. Hey guys, this is Unscripted Jam. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching my video. Any comments and feedback for this would be totally appreciated. Definitely leave it down in the comments below. Besides that, I want to say thank you again, and like, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.